Hey guys, Jessica Peterson here with Peterson SEO. I spoke with Armando earlier and he accepted this video on your behalf, and I'm super excited that he did because what I'm about to show you today is going to make a huge impact in your business. Right now, you have zero organic traffic coming to your website. So that means that you're missing out on over 80% of the people searching for your services each and every month. The strategies I'm about to show you could make a huge impact for you, and I know that it will because we've applied these same strategies with over 50 other restoration companies just like you guys throughout the United States. Okay, so today we're going to talk about three main topics. And that's going to be your content keyword strategy, your citations, and your backlinks. Okay. The first thing though that I notice at your site is your website is not secured. This is extremely dangerous. This can allow people to take over, kind of hijacking your website. Okay. It can completely demolish your brand. It could cause really huge issues for you. So you need to go get your SSL certificate renewed. Lock this up and get this secured again. Okay. Now, the website on the face looks really good. You have click to call phone numbers, email, address, your socials appear to be connected. So all of that's good. Like the click to calls. These AI characters are kind of cute as well. Let's see. No big call outs here. So now when Google ranks a website, it's not based on appearance. Unfortunately, it is based on content. And so you do need a lot of content. And that includes having separate pages for all of your major services. And it looks like you do have at least the basic pages here, which is great. Google wants you to have that. So you have one designated page for that specific service. So you can devote an entire page on that. A bunch of written content about the service. How water damage happens, how you guys solve that problem, what your process looks like, answering the most common questions, and focusing on the keywords around that service locally. Okay. So being based in Denver, all of these pages should be based on Denver keywords as well as the home page. Now this home page here is the most important page because it's supposed to tie all these pages together like a big pretty bow. Okay. And so this page here does need a lot of content, and that does include images and videos, as well as written content. So we do need a lot of content. You do need little snippets of each of your major services that tie back to the other pages. So it does look like you have that on a minimum scale here. Very, very minimal. But you do have it. So now you need to take this up just a little bit further and use a local keyword strategy with them. 90% of people, when they're searching, they don't know who you are. They're not going to be searching your brand. They are going to be searching for the service they need help with. And so you do have to focus your website around those local keywords. People are actively searching for those services. So that is going to be Denver water damage repair, water damage restoration Denver, water extraction Denver, water damage cleanup Denver. Okay. You have to focus on the keywords people are searching. And then you also need a lot of this written content. This homepage alone needs at least 1,500 words or more of written content. Okay. And that is going to allow you to get more indexing, Now, if your competitors have 1,500 words, you need more than they do. So you want 1,800 or 2,000 words. I am happy to see that you're listing out at least your service area, but ideally you need pages for each of these areas so that you are actually found online in those areas. We used to be able to get away with just listing them. That's not the case anymore. We do need the pages for them. Your competition is doing those pages, so you definitely need those pages, okay? So you do have a decent amount of content here, but we just have to make sure that we're doing better than our competition. So that's better quality, more pages, more written content. Google is sending crawlers to this website. It is scanning these images. So you want to make sure all your images are properly optimized. Notice how this says compressed generated image. So these may not even be your images. They may just be AI images, which definitely don't help you. You want authentic video, authentic images, etc. And you need to, this needs to be based on keywords. So you need to make sure every image is optimized and all of the written text is optimized with the local keywords. Okay. Now, if we look at your top competitor for water damage in Denver, we have Abbotts. And so, looking at their Denver page here, okay, they also have the clicked calls. They got some of these call outs and trust factors right up here at the top. They do have separate pages for all their major services, like you guys, in this custom menu. But as you can see, they have a lot more content. Okay, they got tons of written content. So you have to do better than they're doing. Let's look at this image. Save as. Repairs. These images aren't optimized, but their content is a written content. So we have to make sure we're doing better. More written content, more pages, more long form blogs. All of those things are going to help you tremendously. Okay. So we got to do better. And when we look here, see how when I hover, it changes colors. Each of these are pages. Okay. So your competition has these pages. You need them as well. Okay. Now we know when your customer does a search, they're going to do a search in Google similar to this up here. Okay. And when they do, we want your website to be what's showing up here. Okay. There's three main areas your website has that potential on the first page of Google. The first is generally going to be ads. These are your cost per click ads and local service ads. This can be really profitable if it's what you want to do, as long as you have your processes are dialed in and you have the proper landing pages built. That you're not just sending your customers back to your main website pages. Okay? That's not going to go well. You're not going to get conversions. You're not going to get a good ROI. Okay? Now, these second sections here, this is your Google Business Profile, the Google Map Pack. Okay, you need your business profile to show up here in this top three, because 30% of people skip everything and they come right to the maps. And so when you're not one of these top three companies, you're losing 30% of your jobs. Okay, so in order to get in the top three, if you're not showing up for your services, you need to further optimize your profile and go and get a bunch of citations, which are like directory listings. So listing the name of your business, your address, phone number, and website, and putting those in a bunch of directories like the Yellow Pages, Better Business Bureau, Glassdoor, Angie's, House, even social media profiles are citations. So you need more of those than the competition, and that's going to help give you a really good boost. And then finally is this third section here. this is the organic section. This is where 60 to 70% of people come. They'll skip the ads, they'll skip the maps, and they come right here. So it is absolutely critical for your business to be showing up here in that organic section. Okay? And so when you're not here, you're leaving 60 to 70% of the jobs on the table every single month. Okay? So in order for your website to show up here, it comes back to the foundation of this site. It hasn't been properly built and optimized. Are you using the proper content and keyword strategy and then supporting it with your backlink SEO? When we look here, you guys have a rating of a 0.3 out of 100 in Google's trust flow, meaning Google does not trust your website. And yes, it has to do with the quality of your website, but more so the power you're sending to your website. Your website is a tool. And like most tools, they require power. And so we send power with backlinks here, okay? So you need a lot of backlinks. You need more than your competition has. But not all backlinks are good, okay? You only want to get good quality do follow links that are closely related to your services and your business. So these generally come from other home service businesses, websites, of vendors, etc. Okay, so as you get more of those good quality links, the score is going to go up. Google's going to trust your website. It's more authoritative, so it's going to promote your website. It's going to help it to rank and help it to rank for keywords. And so because of the lack of content and keyword strategy, you really don't have any keywords and you're getting zero traffic. Yet, if we were to look at just water damage in Denver alone, we've got well over 1,500 or 2,000 searches every single month just in Denver and just for water damage. This doesn't include flood. It doesn't include storm. This is just water, okay? Now, when we look at your competition, this specific area, okay, well, their website as a whole is a 28, but this Denver location page is a 7 with only 5 backlinks, so that part is very beatable, okay? But they've been indexed for 95 keywords for this location, and this location gets over 599 people to the website every single month. And that is because when you look at their keywords, they are in the top ranking position for them in Denver. Okay? The higher this position is, the more the traffic potential you can get, with the top spots getting could get anywhere from 37 to over 40% of that traffic. And so just this one keyword, water damage restoration Denver, gets 400 searches every single month. Okay? So this company here at a number 2 is already getting over 30% of that traffic. And you could be doing the same thing. Okay? Just have to focus on your strategy here. But these guys are beatable. We just have to do better. Okay? So please feel free to take this information, run with it, apply it yourself, and get started today. Start helping more people in your community. But if you'd rather focus on what you do best and have a partner in growth, then give us a call at Peterson SEO, because this is our specialty. And we specialize in working with restoration companies just like you guys. So please feel free to respond to my email, give us a call, and we'd be happy to chat. And I would also love it if you can reply to that email and just give me some feedback on your thoughts on this video so I can continue to make them better. Again, thank you so much for your time today, and I really look forward to hearing from you guys soon.